Hello and welcome to another Aggies Beers, Wines and Spirits review. It's a bit warmer in here than outside. That wind's proper chilly, and I do apologise for the hot tub air. Just been an hour in the hot tub and lovely it was too. Fell asleep gloriously. So tonight we're reviewing Blue Monkey's Ape Ale, and if you know about a Blue Monkey, I need a shave. These bits, it feels like I've got hairs going in my mouth. If you know about Blue Monkey, the brewery, they're based on the border between Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire, in a place called Giltbrook. Cracking little brewery. Been to their like brewery do's, and a lot of people were using the outside toilet for peas, and nearly got the police involved, warnings and whatnot. But anyway, cracking night, lots of different beers to try, and a really good brewery. All their beers, a lot of their beers are themed around monkeys, hence the Blue Monkey name and all that. So, and obviously, being as it's on the doorstep, I've already done I've already done a beer haul from them. So this Ape Ale is a strong pale ale brewed with brewed with heaps of assertive American hops to give aromas of resinous pine and juicy citrus. We're not monkeying around here. We use 3.5 pounds of whole hops for every barrel we brew to guarantee an intense hit of flavour and aromas. That's some bloody hops, isn't it, when you think about it? Because 40 pints is a barrel, so wow. It does make you wonder about the costings for brewing, per, I don't know, X amount of pints. Because obviously from beer kits, depending on the beer kit you go for, the top end beer kits, you're brewing at about £1 a pint, something along them lines. The very top end, £1 a pint. Most of the time it's about 70 pence a pint. And the cheaper ones, anything down to 25 pence a pint to brew it. And obviously it depends how good you are when you're brewing, to how good the flavour is, and especially if you add. See, I've got a friend, and I've actually got a friend. Fucking hell, there's something. But anyway, I've got a mate from my old job, and he started brewing. I think he heard me about brewing beer, and he decided to take the plunge himself. But he would, instead of just staying with the normal kit, he would add stuff to each of the brews. So say you did a Mexican cerveza, Wilco's Mexican cerveza, which is basically like a Corona. He added lime to it, cordial, and that produced a very good lime flavoured lager. It was nice as well, proper strong. And then I think he did a stout, but added coffee to the stout, again adding that another element, making it more than what it should be really. So again, very interesting. And this playing around, it got me into playing around. So I brewed a stout and then added strawberry syrup to it to make a strawberry stout. I added the syrup too soon though. I should have added it after fermentation, not before fermentation. Kind of cocked up there. So the strawberry was a little bit on the subtle side rather than more in-your-face strawberry, which I would have preferred. So it just goes to show you that out there, there's people experimenting all the time. And obviously you can make mistakes. You can turn something that was half decent into something that's nasty. But on the whole, it shouldn't be an issue. I mean, Lincoln Green, one of my favourite breweries, they do a buttermutch, which is a butter-flavoured dark beer, butter-scotch flavoured dark beer. And I know where they get the flavouring for it. because I was told before I even went to the brewery, and then the brewery woman told me herself, which was interesting because you don't normally get people telling their secrets. And I told her at that time, I said, I want a plum. I want to make a plum stout. But you can't get hold of it. Oh, that's nice. It's got a nice hoppy twang to that. So, amber pour, whitehead on the nose. Bit subtle on the nose, if I'm being honest. Got a bit of a blocked up nose. It sat for a minute or two, so the initial strong hop aroma would have probably died back a bit. 5.4% volume. Let's dive in now. So yeah, just had a lovely hour in the hot tub. Bloody wind though, Jesus. Got heart freezing. And this is why we're going for a gazebo that's like a sealed gazebo, rather than, we've got these curtain sides, bloody things blow open all the time. So we're going for a sealed unit. I've already seen the unit, so a much better design, and it will keep the heat in. So when you get out the hot tub, it'll be like getting out into a greenhouse, you know, it'll be so warm that it won't bother you so much. Yeah, so obviously in this lockdown situation, your garden now is, I mean, my garden was always pretty much a focal area, a focal thing for entertainment anyway, but now up and down the country, obviously people are rediscovering gardens, and as a gardener that makes me happy because there's so much enjoyment in gardening, doing it the right way, you know, letting your plants grow, not boxing it off with a hedge trimmer going you know, plants need to grow natural, not bloody boxed. And yeah, too much of that goes off in around the country. It's in supermarkets and that where you see boxed. But it's only because it's done for it's only because it's done that way for fastness, rather than getting somebody repair secretaries and doing pruning it artistically. But obviously, you know, horses for courses. People want to pay for a certain quality of gardening, or grounds maintenance as they call it. I always hated that word, grounds maintenance operative. Fucking operative. You might as well call him grounds maintenance tosser, because it's just as insulting, you know. I used to call him that in my last job. Oh, grounds maintenance, you're operatives. Like, fuck off all the operatives. I'm a gardener, mate. No way am I an operative. Yeah. What are you? Dickhead manager. You know, you think that, you know, it's something that you learn to say, you think, insult me. Oh, I do apologise there. A bit of the old Bolshie self came out there. I did have my Hotmail address is Bolshie Blue, and Bolshie was a bit of a nickname sort of thing back in the days. Back in the days when my old job, my city council job, was a lot better. We ruled the roast there. We were such a team of great people. So sad that it didn't carry on for donkey's years. Obviously, people move on, get new jobs. You know, those days were fantastic though. Really was. Good years. And now I look at the parks of Nottingham, and I presume it's the same up and down the country. Public parks are shocking compared to what they are. Nottingham especially. Nottingham's parks are a disgrace. As a gardener, as somebody who won East Midlands in Bloom, Britain in Bloom, European in Bloom competitions, awards of excellence in horticulture, and you look at the parks now and you think, wow, what terrible state they're in. They've got all the original gardeners have left or retired, and they've got like young apprentices that have not shown the proper ways to do things. So it's all done for fastness, for cheapness, and at a lower quality. And yet, there's still quite a lot of staff. But the staff aren't qualified. They aren't good gardeners. They ain't got the love of gardening, a lot of these people. It's a job. In any job, if you're in a job that you love, you do a better job. Oh, lovely twang to it. The resin is there, but it's not too strong. So all on the subtle. It's got more subtle as it goes down. Started off a bit twangy, getting more subtle. And for me, whoa, strength of it, really good strength. Proper feeling the strength. Although I probably would do, because I got home and I had a bottle of lager, did a lager review. And then my friend came round and we had a glass of wine. So had a nice glass of wine, white wine, went down a treat. Then he went, had me dinner, spragged another glass of wine, hour in the hot tub, just got out, and on to a beer review. Ain't life great, hey? Was this beer review one of the best ideas I've come out with? Hell yes. You know, as a bloke, you know, having that hobby that just gives you something different to do. If you've got the pennies to go and buy yourself a shed, don't have to be a big shed like this. It can be a 6x4, and you can, you know, if you can get electric to it, plasterboard it out, insulate it, all that sort of thing. Make yourself a little bar and like a beer wall like this. What's not, you know? And obviously, you get your home brewing kegs going. I mean, this is 10 foot wide. And then you could do it on a 10x8 shed easily, because you know halfway is 10x8, and all my beer stuff is on this side of the shed. That side of the shed, I've got me 2-seater settee, and I've got all the game consoles and DVDs, games, my fire and whatnot. So it can be done, and it's great. It's great to have some U area, you know, just to escape sometimes from the house. And you know, recharge the batteries, sort of thing. And for me it's great because I can do beer reviews down here. I can talk crap and I know no one's going to interfere. Whereas if I'm in the kitchen, the dog's scratching at the door, people want to get in to use the toilet downstairs, and it's not such a, you know, an area where you can just talk and chill and talk rubbish like I do. Oh, so tonight I think I'm going to order. I want to order some local beers this time. About £3 a bottle. They are standard price, you know. So we'll order about 33 quid's worth, and get some new beers from new breweries. And that'll be interesting. Give some kudos to the local breweries around me. You know, a lot of the beers I've never tried before, so that'll be a good thing. And hoping that the heat in here finally finish these 2 ginger wine brews off that I've got going, the rhubarb and ginger and the normal ginger wine. Hopefully, anyway. Yeah, back to this fella. Oh, a lovely twang, and the resinous pine really does come out at the end afterwards, and very nice. Not too in your face, but very nice. A subtle citrus taste and aroma to it as well. Jesus, I'm feeling it now. I know that. I had a message from somebody earlier saying, "Can you do another pissed up review?" Says that review, I'm on about the one where I'm absolutely battered, and I'm sitting there, and I still managed. I don't know how I managed to review it in that state. But he says that was the best review he's ever seen, which is, you know, it's complimentary, I suppose. I'm embarrassed by it, but yeah, it's complimentary, I suppose. I was going to bin the review, but it's already got like 213 views, so it's going there, you know. And I don't mind taking the piss out of myself when needed. The best of us can see the funny sides of ourselves, and that's the way you need to be. You know, if you can see your own faults, you've already won the battle, I think. You know, I mean, my own faults are I stress too much, I overthink, anxiety and mental health, depression. They're all things that I know I should be able to beat because I'm strong enough to beat them. I know I drink too much. But I also know that I'm a good dad, loving husband, a good provider, and quite a positive person as well, on the whole, at least. Although it has been a struggle these last few weeks, I must admit. And I fucking hate rats, but that's another thing. And mice, little bastards. And for me, I'd love to get a job working in a brewery. You know, doing anything. Or a homebrew shop. Talking to customers all day. Selling them homebrew stuff. Is that not the best job in the world? You know, someone comes in and says, excuse me, you know, I want to start making some wine. And obviously, being someone who does it a lot and done it on the beginner's side of things, and someone who's got a genuine passion for it, it'd be a fantastic job. I need the likes of Love Brewing to open up a Nottingham shop and then apply for a job. I wouldn't matter how many hours of work, because I'd be in heaven. It'd be my dream job. I mean, they've got shops in Chesterfield and that, but it's just too far for me. I can't go to Chesterfield. An hour's commute either way, you know, kills your day. But what a job, eh? Especially at the moment, because a lot of people are buying homebrew at the moment. The homebrew stockists around the country are struggling with the sheer demand. And it's good for them because it's good profit. You know, you buy a kit as a homebrew supplier for say 10 quid for the kit, sell it for 15, £5 per kit, sell 1,000 of those kits. Then every week you're making good profit, and that is amazing for any business. So whereas this lockdown has caused issues across many companies, a lot of companies on the flip side have never seen sales like it. Retailers never seen sales like it. It's Christmas every flipping day for most of the retail sector, food shops that is, and same for homebrew shops. They have never seen this surge in homebrew, and that's great for the likes of me, because if they go on YouTube and they look at homebrew videos, they might pop along and see someone like me, a 48-year-old who talks rubbish about homebrew. Cheers. Right. So, amber pour, white head, subtle citrus nose. It is subtle. When I first poured, much more aroma. Resinous all the way down. A nice resinous flavour that lasted really long. And decent too. Citrus in the taste as well as the aroma. More pronounced in the taste though. Overall, a really nice beer. You know, this is a company that's close to my heart because it's on my doorstep. And just around the corner from my daughters as well, which is always a good thing. So yeah, out of 5 then. I liked it, really nice, good taste, without being too resinous. I've had some of these beers that are too resinous, I can't take them. You know, you can't appreciate them because it's too much on the palate. This, more subtle, but still gives the hit. Out of 5 then, 4.3 out of 5. Really decent, loved it, yeah, not bad at all. And now I feel tanked. No more beer now for a bit. For at least an hour. I best do some uploading. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And as always, stay safe. And try not to watch too much news. It depresses you. Cheers.